Hello to all the style lovers of Sewing Haven. Welcome back to another episode from the world of elegant and feminine fashion sewing. Imagine wearing a blouse that doesn't just dress you, that crowns you. This isn't just fashion, it's a statement of elegance, power, and silent luxury. A silhouette so soft, so feminine, that it makes people look twice. Not loudly, but irresistibly. Today, I'll reveal a blouse you can transform from a delicate Parisian look into a fall-ready, high-fashion statement, even a full royal maxi dress. And trust me, once you see how versatile this design is, you'll never look at blouses the same way again. Let's unlock the secret. The blouse naturally falls right to the hip line, just slightly above the hips, which makes it incredibly easy to transform into a midi or even a full elegant maxi dress. And hey, my stylish friend, don't forget to like and subscribe. Your support really motivates me to create even better tutorials just for you. And if you're new to this channel, no worries at all. I've already uploaded a complete tutorial on how to draft your own basic sewing pattern from scratch. So after watching this video, make sure to check that one too. Because once you have your perfectly measured personal base pattern, every outfit you sew will fit your body flawlessly, like it was made by a luxury designer. Where can you wear this outfit? It's perfect for semi-formal gatherings, elegant cafe meetups, or luxury social events, and it beautifully matches the vibe of old money and European chic style. You can easily style it with leather pieces, satin skirts, or even autumn boots, and it instantly looks expensive and intentional. Let's talk about the key design details of this blouse. It features a soft V neckline with romantic scalloped ruffle trimming, minimal pearl or gold buttons for that subtle luxury touch, and elegant puff sleeves with a classic 3 to 5 centimeter cuff. Overall, the vibe is a perfect blend of soft princess elegance, confident feminine energy, and that timeless old money aesthetic. Measure the cuff length to any size you prefer from the main sleeve length. Then, add 1 extra centimeter so the cuff sits comfortably over your wrist. This way, the sleeve won't pull up or feel tight when you move your hand. If you enjoyed this tutorial and found it helpful, leave me a comment and give it a big like. That way, I can understand your taste better and create future lessons based exactly on what you love. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button now, because even more exciting designs and tutorials are on the way. After you measure half of the neckline, both front and back, take that number and multiply it by 2.5 to 3 times, depending on how full you want the ruffles to be. The original design uses 2.5 times for a soft and delicate ruffle, but I personally wanted a slightly more dramatic look, so I multiplied mine by 3 times. Now mark one edge of the fabric with a 2 centimeter seam allowance, and then use a gathering stitch on your sewing machine. Stitch length 4 or 5. To create the ruffles. After that, simply attach the ruffle to the neckline. And don't worry, I'll show you the exact sewing and attaching process in the next part of the video. In the video I linked above, I've already shown you the full tutorial for the skirt part of this dress, step by step, so you can easily use that exact skirt pattern and pair it with this blouse to complete the look. The fabric I chose for this blouse is definitely not an easy one to work with. Even a tiny mistake during cutting can make the final garment twist, warp, and completely lose its shape after sewing. But here's the good news. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to handle it like a professional tailor. So stay with me till the end, because these small details are what make the result look either luxury or a total disaster. So which body types is this design best suited for? It looks especially beautiful on hourglass and pear-shaped figures because it naturally adds balance and softly highlights the upper body. It also works great for rectangular or apple-shaped bodies, as long as you style it with a belt to define the waist. And the best part? Thanks to the soft, flexible drape of the fabric, this design can be made from size XS all the way up to 2XL without any limitation. My stylish friend, I'm curious. Where are you from? Tell me in the comments below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button now so you'll never miss my new videos and sewing tips again. For this specific design, the best fabric choice truly depends on the look you want to achieve. If you're going for a luxurious, elegant, and softly draped result, silk crepe or high-quality Chinese crepe is absolutely perfect. It falls beautifully on the body and gives that refined, effortless luxury vibe. For the neckline and sleeves, I personally recommend a fine embroidered floral lace. Soft, delicate, and slightly sheer, just enough to add femininity without being overwhelming. And if you're planning a version for fall or a more practical, ready-to-wear look, premium Turkish crepe with velvet lace or micro jacquard is an excellent choice. Warm, structured, and still very elegant. My personal top pick for this model? A silk touch crepe blend plus ultra-soft French floral lace. Lightweight, flowy, and incredibly sophisticated. For this blouse, I personally used crepe chiffon fabric, but just a quick note, this fabric can be a bit tricky to work with. When cutting crepe chiffon, make sure to use a long ruler and perfectly align the fabric on grain before cutting. Because if the fabric isn't straightened properly, the garment might turn out twisted, uneven, or visually distorted after sewing. Always try to position the armhole area of your pattern in a way that helps you avoid fabric waste. A small adjustment in placement can save a surprising amount of fabric, especially when working with specialty or expensive materials. At this stage, the technique I'm using works only for flowy drapey fabrics. But if you're working with a fabric that has a bit more structure or stiffness, then you'll need to add a back seam or create a small neck dart at the back of the blouse to make it sit properly on the body. Here's a very important thing to remember. If you're using a fabric with a clear direction, like florals that visibly face upward, or fabrics like velvet with a nap that changes color when brushed, then you should not try to save fabric here. What matters most is that all pattern pieces follow the same direction. For example, if even one piece is placed upside down, the fabric color or pattern can look completely different. And it will make the final garment look unprofessional. So in this case, direction comes first, not fabric efficiency. Always make sure to use the guideline markings on your sewing machine's needle plate. You know, that metal plate right under the presser foot? Those measurements help you sew perfectly straight seams without constantly needing to grab a measuring tape. And the more you practice this way, your eyes will naturally learn the exact seam allowances. You'll literally develop a seamstress instinct over time. Right now, after years of sewing, I can practically sew accurate measurements without even using a ruler. All right, Now set the seam allowance of your neckline ruffle to 2 centimeters and begin stitching. Just don't forget to adjust your stitch length to 4 or 5 for a clean and proper gathering stitch. Once you have the ruffle evenly positioned around the neckline, place the gathering stitch you previously made exactly about 2 millimeters away from the edge of the blouse neckline, and start sewing it down from there. Make sure to sew little by little and gently feel the neckline seam with your fingers as you go, to keep the stitching perfectly clean and even all the way around. After applying the fusible interfacing to the front facing of the blouse, make sure to fold one edge inward by 1 centimeter and press it firmly with a steam iron. Then immediately set it with a cold iron to lock the shape in place. This little step will make sewing the facing much easier and cleaner. And once you align and pin both facings together, double-check the 2 neckline edges between the facings. They must be perfectly parallel so you don't have to rip and re-sew it later. Let's talk about fabric measurements. If you're planning to make the entire blouse from lace, tulle, or crepe chiffon, you'll need around 1.75 to 2 meters of fabric. But if you want the main body in a plain fabric, then you'll need about 80 to 110 centimeters for the blouse itself, plus an additional 75 to 85 centimeters of lace, tulle, or organza for the sleeves and ruffled neckline. And if you're turning this into a midi or maxi dress, this next section is coming super fast. You'll need anywhere between 2.5 to 3.5 meters, depending on whether you want it straight cut or flared. Now you can go ahead and remove the long gathering stitch, the one you previously used to create the ruffles around the neckline. In the video I've linked above, you'll find the step-by-step tutorial on how to sew the sleeve cuff and attach the sleeve to the blouse. I really recommend watching it, because there are tiny professional tips in there that make a huge difference in the final result. And if you're enjoying this tutorial so far, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next video right after this one, because we're going even deeper into the advanced finishing details.